Okay, yo, hi. Breaking news. Posted about 15 hours ago, so dive straight into it. FinExtra. Never heard of this website before. Swift explores expansion of the network into digital asset market. Well, Swift, who's part of the ISO 2022 messaging platform, messaging conversion. So they're the ones who send all the money. These guys send all the money. We know this anyway, but we're going to read what they're saying. Banking cooperative Swift is explore how it can support interoperability and development of the tokenized asset market, working in conjunction with Clearstream, Northern Trust, Settle, and market participants. Relative to cryptocurrencies and stablecoins, current market capitalization of tokenized assets is small, but momentum for these digital assets is expected to accelerate rapidly in the coming years. By some estimates, volumes could reach some 24 trillion by 2027. More than that, trust me. Banks and securities firms are vying to tap into the nascent market by developing digital asset servicing capabilities such as private key certificating for all full cycle digital securities. For its part, Swift is exploring how it can improve interoperability between participants and systems during the transactional life cycle of tokenized assets. To this end, the Brussels-based messaging platform plans a series of experiments in Q1 2022 on issuance, delivery versus payment DVD and redemption processes needed to support seamless tokenized asset market. Okay, so is that actually telling us that the ISO 2022 is going to be coming available Q1 now? Because we were told they weren't even going to start until August. Let's carry on reading. These experiments will use both established forms of payment and central bank digital currency CBDCs. Maybe that's what we were talking about, the bit where they can actually have a test platform, but I don't think they actually send more money till August. But let's carry on reading. For the pilot program, Clearstream and Northern Trust, alongside other industry players, will represent key parts of the tokenized and traditional asset ecosystem, including securities, market infrastructures, local custodians, and global custodians. The test will explore the feasibility and benefits of Swift as an interconnector, linking up multiple tokenization platforms and various cash-leg payment types. This is fucking huge. This is basically everything I've been saying, which would be considered a conspiracy, actually laid out bare on the table now as truth. So the ISO 2, even they haven't mentioned ISO 20022, they haven't mentioned that messaging type. That's the whole point of all the banks switching over to that messaging type, so the interoperability can take place. Because it can only take place with the ISO 2022 format, because it can enable a richer data set. Richer data set meaning, the whole EVM machine on there. Everything. I mean, look, they're talking about more one blockchain here. They're talking about multi-chains. Just carry on reading. Our vision for instant frictionless transaction not only applies to traditional security payment instruments, but also to new asset classes as well. Adds Dikish Patel, Head of Security Strategy, Swift. The insights from this exercise with leading capital market participants will help us define and prioritize the concrete steps required to enable seamless processes to tokenize assets. Well, there you go, people. It's all laid out there now. We know it's a neutral, cooperative, and reach across 11,000 institutions in more than 200 countries. I've read the stats before. They cover over 4 billion people on the planet, Swift. So it's half the world's population. Forms of payment and central bank CBDCs. Right, here we go, guys. This is the main thing we've really really need to be paying attention, because nowhere did Swift in this whole process of this talk about this migration to the ISO 20022 messaging type mention CBDCs in any text or form. Never did they mention it. So this is the first time they're actually explaining to you these experiments will use both established forms of payment and central bank digital currencies. Okay. Oh my god. That's huge. I don't think people understand how big that actually is. But the interesting thing is Q1. Q1, which is sad because I wanted to get some more XRP and save up. I was hoping we'd go off in March, but Q1, that can only mean January. First quarter, it could be February. So that's huge news, guys. Okay. Just thought I'd share it with you. Improve interoperability between participants and systems during transactional life cycle of tokenized assets. That is huge. Okay, guys, there you go. You got it. Swift explores expansion of network of the digital assets market. It's as simple as that. They're going to start sending cross-border currencies Q1 as an experiment. We've got digital euro going across there. This whole thing is going to come alive in February. It's quite extraordinary, really. Right, that's the video finished.